my name's David Corby. I'm the founder of the College of Complementary Medicine, and I've been in clinic now as a kinesiologist for around about 26 years. So I'm going to talk about what it's like to work in clinic and what sort of career pathways there are for kinesiologists and what it's like to study kinesiology. I really love the fact that I can have a wide variety of people to work on. So, sometimes people go into kinesiology with specific interests. Maybe they're interested in working on anxiety or autism or specific conditions like chronic fatigue and so on. Some people are like me, though. I really love variety. So I have worked on a really wide range of conditions, and I really enjoy that part of my clinic. So anything from cystic fibrosis through to cancer, lots of work on psychological issues, anxiety, depression, so on. A really broad range of conditions that I have been lucky to work with. I think the career suits people that like a little bit of flexibility with their work. So it's been very useful for me because at different times, I teach quite a lot. And so at different times of my career, I've been able to increase or decrease the amount of hours I do with clinic. And it's really quite flexible in that way. So at the moment, I have a little bit more time. I'm living in the country, basically. And so I've got quite a lot of clinic that I do here locally. I also do some clinic online as well. So I have clients from all over the world that I see online. So you can work both face-to-face and online, and it works very effectively in both ways. In terms of what you study in kinesiology, kinesiology itself is a core component which relates to muscle monitoring. And muscle monitoring is used to be able to get information about a particular problem and what's relevant for that problem. It's excellent for that, and it really helps to speed up the process of working out what's going on and what can we do about it. The focus with kinesiology is helping enhance the client's capacity to heal themselves. So, the body's really good at getting better. So if we're chronically unwell, it generally means that we're putting things in the way of us getting well, So what we need to do is eliminate those things, and so then the client naturally gets better. And I think it really appeals to people that believe in an empowering style approach to health. So instead of it being like, you come to me and I'll miraculously heal you, that's more the paternalistic model. And that model's fine if you have a heart attack or something. So if I have a heart attack, I really want that model. So I don't want to die from a heart attack. So can you just fix me so I don't die? And then I'll work on, what caused it in the first place so it doesn't happen again, right? So there's certainly a role for that sort of medicine. But for a lot of chronic conditions where, lifestyle factors really the predominant thing driving them, then a different approach is really useful. So what we try to do is to try to help the client understand what they can do to make themselves better. And people really want to take back power over their own lives and take power over their own health. And kinesiology is fantastic for that. And I think it's not just a limited, sort of sample of the population interested in that. I think it's part of our generation, really, that we're grown up wanting to be able to take charge of our own lives. And this really plugs straight into that. So I've noticed over the years that a lot of people that come to our college are really aligned with that ethos of client-centered work. So we're not the guru or anything. We're trying to instead help the client realize they're the guru of their own life. So when you study the diploma of kinesiology, a core component of what you study is muscle monitoring, which is a process where we use muscle feedback to give us understanding about the problem the clients come in with and what are the potential solutions for that problem. It's an excellent tool to use because it helps to take a lot of the guesswork out of a session. In terms of what you study within the diploma, in addition to the muscle monitoring, we teach a holistic kinesiology. And the idea behind that is that we do the core kinesiology components, but then we add on all this complementary medicine information. And we do that because what we recognize is muscle testing is great. When you know what you want to work on, you can find out a lot of detail about that. But sometimes determining what you want to work on, there's a huge skill set in that as well. People don't tend to come in with just one problem. They usually come in with multiple problems, like I've got 15 symptoms and, psychologically I'm feeling this and this and this. Like it's really often quite seemingly complicated. And so being able to know what to actually focus on is a big skill in itself. So we have quite a lot of tools, complementary medicine tools within the diploma of kinesiology, which we teach students to help them better be able to analyse what to focus on. We also do that more so again in the diploma of mind-body medicine, which shares a lot of the components of the diploma of kinesiology, but has a quarter of the course that's different and focused on helping people with chronic conditions. And in those units, we look at body psychology, which is, of course, the psychology behind specific symptoms, which is super useful in people coming with chronic problems. We also look at constitutional analysis, which is based around the Chinese system of the five elements and Bagua system, which is incredibly insightful about those normal sort of emotional reactions that we have, the behaviours we adopt. And the model's awesome because it also gives us a solution to each potential psychological issue. So it really improves our understanding of the sorts of things we see, but also helps us to be able to help clients see what the potential solutions to their problems are. And then for students that want to go that next step further, we have other options. So we have the Advanced Diploma of ICM, and that adds to this core coursework by a whole lot of additional information on conditions and really, ups the level of, that which people can work at as well. So there's lots of options under our banner of, for students being able to pursue what was of most interest to them. In terms of how long it takes, it's about 18 months for a diploma in kinesiology, and that's done, say, 1 day a week, or it could be done 2 nights a week, depending on what structure you choose. And in addition to that, you generally do some practice at home. The practice is the key component. So I really feel like anyone can learn kinesiology if they practice enough. It's a very practical discipline. And the more you practice, the more you really embody it. It really will change your life because it's so interesting, not just about the body and the mind, but just it seems to explain so many things in life, So practice is the key. So generally, I recommend people do, about at least 1 session at home each week, in addition to all the sessions we do in class. So we do a lot of practice in class. And in addition to that, we actually have student clinic as well, where clients come in and students work on them as a practitioner. And they get experience working as a practitioner under supervision, which is very important. All our courses are accredited with all the different industry bodies like the ATMS, AKA, the ARK, as well as the Diploma of Kinesiology is accredited with the only internationally recognised independent kinesiology association, which is the IKC in their professional body. It's one of only a few courses to be recognised by the IKC. Our graduates go to work in a wide variety of places. I mean, the most common thing is they'll set up in an integrative clinic where you have practitioners from other disciplines also working there. So it might be, maybe a naturopath, a massage therapist, chiropractor, and a kinesiologist all coming together in one clinic. They can be fun. I worked in an integrative clinic on the Central Coast for about 3 years with 6 other doctors, GPs, and I really enjoyed that. It was really good working with the GPs, and they're very skillful, integrative doctors. But most of the time, I normally work independently, so I've got my own clinic space, and people come into that clinic space to see me. In addition, some of our graduates have gone on to work in a wide range of sort of interesting areas. So, for example, I heard the other day about one of the graduates working for BHP up in the mines doing kinesiology sessions with clients. So I thought that was pretty cool. In addition to that, quite a lot of our graduates go on and teach short courses as well, because the information you learn is so interesting and so relevant to people. That can also be a good way to be able to help other people, is actually to be able to teach them different skill sets as well. If all this sounds fascinating, interesting to you, and you want to explore it more, really the next step would be to go to one of our discovery sessions, where we talk about complementary health and the industry itself, and then what it's like to work in it, and then our courses, how they're structured, and all the different study options. Because with us, we offer a lot of flexibility in terms of study options, and so generally we have a study option that will suit most people's lifestyles. So I look forward to seeing you in one of those discovery sessions.